There's a way to actually lose belly fat, and it's so simple you'll wonder why no one told you this before. I used to work a high-pressure job at Google, and I had zero time or energy for strict plans. But once I discovered the super simple method I'm about to share, I lost 8 kilos and I finally got to see my abs for the first time in my life. It's now helped people like Richie, Michael, and Eva drop up to 15 kilos without tracking a single calorie. So in this video, I'm going to show you what this method is and the exact steps to apply it yourself so you can finally lose that stubborn fat. To start, you need to understand why people that want to lose weight fail to do so you don't fall into the same traps yourself. Almost everyone thinks they need to turn their life upside down to lose weight. Weighing every single ingredient, track every calorie religiously, hop on a treadmill every day for boring cardio sessions, find the most fat-burning foods, thousands of ab crunches, and spend a fortune on supplements. And doing this all together may work for some, but it's boring, overwhelming, and it's impossible to keep up with. It's like trying to juggle 6 balls for days on end. There's a simpler way. And I've tested this method with all of my clients, and they all said the same thing. It's simple, it's motivating, and it's something they can keep doing even after the motivation dips. But most importantly, it works. This is what I call the 3S method. And the first S stands for steps. Losing weight comes down to one thing, a calorie deficit. And it simply means you consume less calories than your body burns. Now there's 2 ways to create a calorie deficit. You either increase the amount of calories that you burn by moving more, or you reduce the amount of calories that you consume by eating less. So then, is cardio the best way to increase the calories that you burn? Let's break that down. Doing a 5-kilometer run, you burn around 400 calories. And that seems like a lot, but to lose a meaningful amount of weight, you'd need to do this multiple times per week, including changing into your running gear, catching your breath, and your showers. That easily requires you to block over 3 hours per week on your calendar. Time that you may not always have or want because, let's face it, cardio is extremely boring. So then, what's the alternative? The average person walks 5,000 steps a day. They sit more than they move. And some scientists even call sitting the new smoking. So adding 5,000 steps burns around 300 calories, which is almost as much as that 5-kilometer run, but it's way easier to fit in your calendar. You can go for a 10-minute morning walk, park the car a bit further away from the office, take the stairs instead of the lift, or you take your meetings or calls while you're walking. Literally everyone can fit this in their calendar. And if you pair it with the next S, which is even more powerful, the weight will be flying off. Where steps increase the calories that you burn, swaps reduce the calories that you consume. And you don't even need a scale or calorie tracking app for it. All you're going to do is replace some of the foods that you love with variants that are leaner. It's like replacing that old petrol slurping car for a brand new shiny EV. So it gets you to the same destination with fewer calories. If you have granola for breakfast, you can replace this with oats, cinnamon, and fruits. You get the same flavors, but way fewer calories. Or if your dinner contains rice, replace it with potatoes, because potatoes contain less calories and keep you full for longer. Enjoy chicken thighs? Try chicken breast instead. You get the same taste, it has more protein, and it has fewer calories. Simple swaps like this can cut up to 800 calories a day without feeling like you're missing out. And if you need some swap IDs, I've put together a database with over 50 food swaps that my clients use all the time. There's a link in the description. You just pick 1 or 2 foods in your day and start replacing those. And don't worry about getting this right or perfect. Just start and take it step by step. But the people that see the most dramatic change, they all have one thing in common. And research has shown that doing the next S increases something called resting metabolic rate. In simple terms, how many calories you systematically burn even when doing nothing. That one thing, strength training. The more muscles you have, the more energy your body uses, and so it burns more calories. It doesn't just burn calories during the exercise, no, it turns your body into a fat burning machine all day. But that's not the only benefit. It makes you feel fitter, stronger, and maybe just as important, it's the difference between looking skinny and toned. Take Aaron, one of my clients for example. He started doing strength training a few months ago. Now he says everything in life just feels easier. He's got more energy, lifting heavy stuff at work is less demanding, and his mates keep telling him how much better he looks. So if you aren't already, get to the gym and lift heavy weights with compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench press. Doing this 3 days a week with a full body workout is a great place to start. And yes, it's a much better use of your time than cardio. But do you know what kills most weight loss attempts? It's week 4. That's when that motivation fades and complicated plans collapse. I bet you've been there before. You're starting strong on Monday, you're perfect for 2 weeks, then life happens and it all falls apart. My 3S method survives week 4 because it's simple enough to keep doing. But here's what you need to understand. Belly fat is always the last to go. Your body treats it like an emergency savings account. It holds onto it to protect vital organs and store important energy, which means even with a straightforward system like this, you still need consistency. Every single client I've seen transform their body, they kept going. Even when I didn't feel like it, even when progress seemed to stall. Because progress is never a straight line. It goes up and down. You don't need perfect days every day. What you need is just mostly good days, and repeat that long enough. With this 3S method, you have exactly that. A method that's so simple, you can stick to it. But here's the thing. Simple doesn't mean easy. Many people still make their weight loss journey way harder than it should be. So watch this video next. I'll show you the 4 biggest mistakes that sabotage weight loss and exactly how to fix them for good.